Welcome. My name is Ariella Halevi, and welcome to Soul Centered, a center for lost meaning and healing. I am the director of healing, and I help spiritual midlife women really connect to their divine body wisdom so they can heal on a really deep level, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And I am so excited to bring to you Shabbat yoga. Every Shabbat, we offer yoga as a part of the soul-centered experience on Shabbat. And today we're going to move our bodies with the kavanah, the intention of Yesod. So Yesod, as we count the Omer, the 49 days between Passover and Shavuot, Yesod is one of those attributes that we're going to study really and focus on for this full week. And every week we focus on different attributes. So if you have seen any of my yoga classes before, they are in the last 6 or 7 weeks have been focused on this idea of really meditating upon an attribute inside of yourself. And so this week as we enter into Yesod, we focus on this idea that our foundation, so Yesod, if you explore the chakras, Yesod is the center for the second chakra. So right here below the belly button. And this idea is that we build a foundation, a solid foundation of truth within us and inside of us so that we can dive into the waters of mystical and magical, beautiful teachings within us. And really when we flow with yoga, if you've ever done yoga, you know that once you get through the tightness and the being in the bodiness of it all, I know that's not a word, but really the physical part of the teaching of yoga, the practicing, what happens is that you start to dive deeper into the more mystical, magical places inside of your body. And this is really the divine feminine. So Yesod is about the masculine parts of us. It's bringing action into the world. It is forming relationships. It's like going out and taking action once you build the foundation. But when we dive inside, that's where the divine feminine comes in. So it's this beautiful dance. I mean, that's what we are, this beautiful dance. So coming into your comfortable seated position, and we'll close our eyes and we'll start breathing, starting to breathe to allow the body to relax, to allow our breath to be sent down into this Yesod foundation. And as you take a deep breath in, beginning to allow your body to soften. Allow the heart to soften. Allow the mind to relax. Imagine that any armor, any hardness that is carried in the front body drops to the ground and releases, as well as the back body. Imagine a beautiful divine light filled with, it's just beautiful yellow and white dancing together. And as this white light travels into the center of Yesod, it's building your foundation, the truth of who you are, becoming solid on the ground of your truth. And so just imagine as this beautiful divine light travels into Yesod, washing away the ways in which we doubt ourselves, washing away our untruths, and opening to the waters inside of you, to those mystical, magical, divine feminine parts of you. And so just be with the beauty of your body, opening up to this idea of completion, of foundation, sitting with yourself in your foundation, in your body long enough, quiet enough, still enough to reach into the heavens of who you are. Opening and opening and opening to the divine layers within you. and then watching the magic happen. And so let's create some magic now. Moving in the way your body needs to move. I'm going to invite you to come into a cat-cow. Just moving. So see how your body wants to move today. Notice. So maybe it's not even cat-cow. Maybe it's just a movement back and forth with your hips, circles. Where and how does your body want to move? So maybe it is taking your knees wide and toes touching and just coming into those hip openers, the foundation of our bodies. If you think about the womb, this foundation that we build for creativity, for sexuality, for growing not only little people, but growing ourselves inside of the darkness of our womb. Breathing here and opening into your divine foundation. Switching sides and just moving your head and dropping it. Feeling your body opening to the divine magic. Inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly coming up, taking your knees separated about hips width distance apart. We'll inhale, open the heart center, and exhale, rounding the spine, just feeling your body begin to flow, creating a dance. So close your eyes if you'd like, dropping the instructions and letting your body open to the layers of your mystical being, the layers of your magic. Another deep inhale. And a long exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Slowly, let's come into our first downward facing dog. Lifting your hips up to the sky and just feeling. So what does your physical body feel like here? Where do we need more openness? Where do we flow? Where are we tight? And just give your body space to feel, to experience, and to explore. Walking that dog out left and right. If this pose or any pose that I introduce does not work for your body, feel free to always come into a child's pose. Modify when needed. Just because your body may not move in the way that you think it's supposed to move doesn't mean that you can't do yoga. Yoga is for everybody. Everybody. And then inhale out to high plank or all fours. Exhale, crouching tiger, bending the knees, coming into your downward facing dog. Again, at your own pace. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale out. Exhale back into your dog, your foundation. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Center yourself again. Downward facing dog or child's pose. Here's your foundational pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees and walk forward. Inhale, toes to touch, or your toes could be hips width distance apart. Feeling that flat back. And then exhale, taking the hands down, squatting down. So it's okay if your heels don't reach the floor. That's totally fine. It depends on your hamstrings. Let's do this again. We're going to inhale to a flat back, really engaging the core here. Exhale down, squatting down. Again, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, squatting down. And then inhale, rolling up to stand, one vertebrae at a time. And coming into mountain pose. So taking a deep breath, mountain pose, feeling your divine center all the way down into your foundation. Take a deep breath here, taking the feet about hips width distance apart and beginning to move your hips, just opening yourself to your body, to your soul. Take another deep breath in and begin to make those hip rolls bigger. So just opening up, inhaling and exhaling. And then switching sides when you're ready, just beginning to move and listen to the sounds of your foundation. How can we go faster or slower depending on what our body needs? And then coming into a cat-cow again, standing. This time, so you can either have your hands on your thighs or your hands can reach down into the inside of the shins. And we're going to inhale, straighten the legs, bend the knees, drop the head. Exhale, open the heart center, flat back. Inhale, rounding, using that tension in your hands against the shins to help your back stretch and opening. Inhale again, rounding. Exhale, opening. Inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath in, dropping the hands, coming into a yogic squat. Your squat can be really high here. You do not have to go all the way down. If your hips feel ready, you can take your elbows on the inside of your thigh and just begin to play here. So maybe sway side to side, really working on the foundation of our body. Taking a deep breath in, our hips and our second chakra area is said to be the center of our intuition, our guidance. It's that physical emanation of our intuition. So it's our physical body in this world, not like the higher spherot. And it's taking our physical bodies out into this world and being a light for others and ourselves. So let's take a deep breath in, rolling up to stand and stretching all the way up, reaching all the way up to the sky. Exhale, coming down. I'm going to come back to the front. Inhale, reaching up again, taking the toes to touch if you'd like, taking the palms together, creating your divine body prayer. Forward fold, bend the knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog pose. And as you stay here, you can stay here, come to your knees, or you can begin to play with your right leg. So lifting your right leg to the sky, stretching it, taking it in. What do you need to do to open it? Take a deep breath here. Exhale, taking the right leg down. Inhale, lifting the left leg to the sky. And again, opening it, stretching it open, feeling it, noticing it. Where do you need to stretch it? Exhale, bring it down. Take another deep breath in here. And then looking forward, let's look forward and bend our knees and come to the front of our mats one more time. Inhale when you get there, halfway lift. We'll do a little flow. Exhale, taking the palms down again for a little squat. Inhale again, halfway lift. Just like we did before, squatting. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, squatting. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back into a low crescent lunge. Feel your low crescent lunge here, our first big stretch of the day. Imagine that you're opening up as you reach down. So it's an opening and a reaching down into your foundation. Take a nice long inhale and a long exhale. Another deep breath in and a long breath out. And then we're going to reach up for a high crescent lunge. So reaching ourselves up, your knee can be on the floor. Take a nice long breath in. Feel the breath. Fill your body with breath. Inhale. and exhale. Another deep inhale. Exhale, taking both hands on the inner part of the right foot for a hip opening. I like to take my right foot out to the side and come on to my right side of my foot. So here you are in a stretch, in a hip opening stretch. You can take your knee on the floor in the back and take your feet down, your foot down onto the mat. You can come onto your elbows for a deeper sensation, but wherever you are, I invite you to breathe right into this front part of your left thigh and the right hip. Take a nice, long, deep breath. I always feel like this pose is an indication of how I'm living. It's an indication of how open or tight we are, and the invitation to look into the center of our lives and see in our lives, physically and emotionally, what needs more opening and more gevura, tightness, boundaries. Our hips tell the truth of our lives. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly coming back. So the hands go on either side of the foot, taking the left knee off the floor, squaring it about 45 degrees in. Taking the left hand over the head, reaching up, holding onto the right wrist for a reverse triangle. Pretty soon we're going to flow with it. I'm just teaching it now. So reaching up, reaching. And then exhale, turning towards the other side, coming down and coming into that low crescent lunge. Your knee can be on the floor here. Again, filling the body with breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Take a deep, long inhale and a longer exhale. As you inhale, imagine releasing any blocks that prevent you from grounding yourself, from forming a foundation, a home within you. As you inhale, you're welcome to reach all the way up to a high crescent lunge. Your knee can be still on the floor. Take a nice breath in, fill the body with breath. Here is your free tool to release and relax. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, taking both hands on either side of the left foot, taking those left toes over to the side and opening yourself up onto the right side of the foot. You can always take your knee down and the front of your foot down. If this doesn't work for your body, you can come into a chair and hold on to the back of a chair and just stretch in a crescent lunge. You don't have to come this deep. Take a nice long breath into the center of your left hip and the front of your right thigh. And then imagine or do it, engaging the pelvic floor will help you become aware of your Yesod, your foundation. Take a nice long inhale and a long exhale. Another deep breath in. And then exhale, coming back to center, taking the hands on either side of the foot, lifting the back knee up, squaring it, taking yourself all the way up into reverse triangle. Right hand to the left elbow, left wrist. Take a nice deep breath in here and a long breath out. Another deep breath in. And then let's flow. Exhale all the way back to the other side. Low crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Another deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Reach it all the way up. Take a deep breath in. And a long exhale. Another deep inhale. Exhale, taking the hands to the floor. Stretching out that hip so you're on the side of your right hip. So I'm going to keep my left knee off the floor. You can put yours on the floor. A deep breath in and a long breath out. Another deep breath in. Exhale, coming back down, squaring your foot. Reverse your triangle. Reaching all the way up. Take a nice inhale. And exhale, softening. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, coming to the other side, low crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, reach it up, high crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale and a long exhale, coming down on the inner part of your left foot and coming into that hip stretch. Coming on the side of your foot. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Taking yourself back, centering your foot. Reverse triangle, straightening the front leg. Reach it up, stretch it back. Take a nice long deep breath in and a long breath out. Another deep breath in and exhale back. Coming into the center. So a big wide straddle, toes in, heels out. Coming down into a forward fold. Take a nice long deep breath in. Let's straighten the back here, just like cat-cow. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. And then maybe bend the right knee. You have a choice here. You can do this standing. You don't have to come all the way down. You can also fly your plane for a little skandasana, left leg and right knee bends. So go as deep or as not as your body says. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, let's shift forward to that low crescent lunge again. We're going to play with our squats a little bit. So actually, let's come into half moon. If you have a wall, you can use the wall for half moon. I love using the wall. You're going to take your right hand to the floor or a block. I'm going to give you options. If you know half moon, you can lift up into it. For those of you that are playing with it, I like to play with my balance here and come up and down with my balance. Again, you can do this on a chair, or you can begin to open your side body and take your left hand to the sky, strengthening this back leg here. So if I came by, I couldn't push it down. Inhale here into your half moon. Exhale, bring both hands down for yogic squat. So the back knee comes in, and you just breathe and squeeze it in. And then inhale, half moon again. Again, you can always use a wall. Exhale, yogic squat. So just breathe it in. One more time. Inhale. Half moon. Whoa. Play with your balance. Strengthening your core. And then I'm going to challenge you to maybe, if you're here, lift your hand up a little bit. So it really challenges the foundation here. The Yesod, right? Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then inhale, taking the right hand down, bend the back knee and the back leg comes down, square it 45 degrees in. Warrior two. Left hand reaches out and over and come into your warrior two. Take a nice long inhale into this beautiful warrior pose. Here is your foundation, right into the ground. Opening your heart center and release into the magical waters of your soul. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Coming into the next side. So we're going to start down here in a low crescent lunge, and we're going to come into our half moon. I'm going to scoot over just a little bit. Left hand comes to the floor, right hand lifts. Pay attention to your side that you're on. Engage your core if you'd like. Remember, you can play with your balance here. You don't have to do the full pose. Exhale, bring it all down for a squat. So it's a little bit funny to take your left knee kind of goes to the side of your left leg. Whatever pose works for you. Only go as deep as your body says. And then inhale, half moon. Exhale, coming into that squat. Inhale, here we go, half moon, stretching open, exhale down, squatting. Last time, inhale, reach it up. Now I'm going to challenge you again if you want to play with your balance, lifting the hand up. Shaking, feeling it, feel your foundation, squeezing your core, engaging the muscles inside your pelvic floor. Exhale, bringing both hands down, square your foot. Come into warrior two and feel your warrior two. Breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And then coming back to center and taking your hands to your heart, heel-toeing your feet and coming into your mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. So for those of you that felt, I've had some people say that, some of the poses are too challenging and then I don't want to do it. So I'm going to challenge you to listen to your own body. If your own body says that half moon is too much, I challenge you to still stay with the practice and do what feels good. Use a chair, go slower, come into child's pose, downward facing dog. There's so many variations for our bodies. Every day our bodies are different. Come into your body. What is your body feeling right in this moment? Come into your magical waters of Yesod. And let's head into just one balancing pose before we go to the floor. So let's come into tree pose today, a nice foundational pose. Again, you're going to find a wall or a chair if you need. And then you're going to take your toes on the floor, or you can also take your toes to your shins, or reach your hand up and come into the inner thigh. So squeezing here. So this is an automatic Yesod pose. It's an engagement of the core. It's an engagement of the foot with the thigh, and it's a lifting up of your heart center all at once. If you ever want to feel your divine power and your light within you, tree pose is a wonderful pose to do. Take a deep breath. Feel the center of your power. Feel the communication, the connection, and the relationship arise from your core center. Take a deep breath into the center of your being. And exhale, coming down, and we'll switch sides. So just coming right into it, your tree pose. Whoa, and we can wobble if you need. Taking your hands to your heart center, finding that divine connection. It's just a beautiful strength within. And then coming up when you're ready. Inhaling and exhaling. Another deep breath in. And exhaling down. Beautiful. So we're going to head towards the floor. I think what we're going to do is a half pigeon and a little flow, and then we will enter into Shavasana. So for those of you, I'll give two different options. For those of you that want to go into half pigeon and your hips and your knees and your legs say yes, then you can do that. If not, a gentle version of this pose would be to lie on your back and to take your right leg over your left, bring your knees into your chest and hold onto the back of the left thigh. So 2 different poses, okay? So for those of us that are going to half pigeon, we'll start in downward facing dog. Feel your downward facing dog and take your right leg onto the floor, bending the knee and coming into the center of your body. So the back toes are on the floor. And if you feel like you're hipping off here, you want to come back into the center. I like to flex my toes to protect my knee. And before you even come down, just feel your solid foundation. Notice where you are in this pose. Closing your eyes, and then maybe coming onto your elbows, or you can come all the way down onto the floor. I like to take myself to my elbows and put my palms in prayer, and then I put my third eye and lean it onto my thumbs. That's a really nice way to come into your center. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Another deep breath in and a long exhale out. Slowly begin to feel the awakening of the still small voice within. As we allow silence to come into our bodies, we can hear the whisperings of our heart. If you're on your back, you can take your knees to your chest. And then if you're here in half pigeon, you can cup your hands and just come into some rolls with your body. Opening the heart center along with the foundation. So now switching over to the other side. If you're on your back, I just want to read something. If you're on your back, you can switch sides. If you're in downward facing dog, just walk your dog out for a moment. And we'll head to the other side. So left foot forward, left knee on the ground, flexing the foot, and automatically come into this noticing and awareness of your body. What does it feel like on this side versus the other side? So for me, this is always the tighter side. So I just have to really pay attention and be gentle with this side of the body. Coming here or going down onto your elbows or the full pose, and maybe taking your thumbs to your third eye center into the midline of your body, and breathe, inhaling and exhaling. And a beautiful poem, words by Brigitte Anna McNeil. Just as the wild weeds, dandelion and nettle grow through the concrete, rewilding the earth, so too can your magic, your voice, and your own wild be sung again within your bones. For it is held deep in you like original instructions that your flesh is woven from, never leaving you and unable to be taken away. Just waiting for you to return, to embrace and care for the tender, potent seeds of knowing that are deep in your heart, your gut, and your core. Waiting to break open the concrete that you have poured there, waiting to bring life and wildness back from the darkness. Start taking notice. It is not lost. You just need to remember how to listen. And so slowly come up. If you're on your back, taking your knees into your chest, and we'll just roll it up. And we will remember through yoga how to listen to the core center, the foundation of who we are. The magic within. And let's stretch that out in downward facing dog pose. And we'll join everybody on their backs in just a moment. So just stretching it out. We're going to enter into happy baby pose, just giving ourselves a wonderful stretch. So coming onto your backs, and let's go into happy baby pose. Taking the insteps of your feet and rocking side to side. Just feel the magic in the opening of your low back, your hips. Take a deep breath in. Imagine a beautiful waterfall full of beautiful light, healing waters traveling inside of your body, taking you home to where you belong. Slowly coming down into Reclined Butterfly pose or any pose of your choice. Finding the divine spaces of rest. And then finally coming into Shavasana. So I'm going to sit up, but you're welcome to lie down and stay in Shavasana as long as you like. Relaxing your body onto the earth center. Removing the concrete. I love that. Removing the concrete that we have placed and opening up to the realm of Yesod. Take a deep breath and enter into the realm of Yesod by Rabbi Yael Levi. The depths, the secret places, layers of time, history, circumstance, moving over the face of the mystery, the infinite mystery that forms us. The depths call, the mystery beckons, the secret places waiting to be revealed. We call on the ancient ones as we go. Guard us, keep us safe, guide the journey. Let the explorations be for healing. Let them be for the sake of love and light. As the foundation cracks open, revealing what has been hidden, may we hold steady and let a new understanding arise. The infinite calls, seeking a way to come through us and shine forward. And so I invite you to stay in your Shavasana as long as you need. Otherwise, joining me in a comfortable seated position with the hands by your sides or at your heart center for Oseh Shalom. Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, Imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Taking our hands to the center of our third eye. Namaste, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you for joining me on this Shabbat morning. I wanted to invite you to a special group starting this Thursday, May 21st at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. It is a call for all divine spiritual midlife women to unleash your love, to unleash it within your body, unleash it within your soul, and transform your life from the inside out. So if you'd like to join me, you can see on our events page on our website and also on our soul-centered page and group that all you have to do is click and register at Eventbrite, or you can email me at ariella@mysoulcentered.org, and I'd love to hear from you. Namaste, everybody.